Scholars, welcome to the counselor's office. We're doing something different, and I think it's a pretty important topic, so we're going to take this a little seriously. No goofiness, no seriousness. I mean, we're going to be a little more serious, right? So, Roblox is actually a really fun website to go to play video games. In fact, you may have not heard of this, probably have, but Roblox is mostly free. And in a bubble, as someone who is a gamer who aspires to one day have kids, it is really cool to know that there's a website that has a bunch of like custom games, essentially. Like you can play horror games. Hell, you could play Halo and Call of Duty all inside it because people make custom games. You can even play like games like SCP Containment. Like it's really cool. You can play multiplayer, single player, whatever your heart's content, you can play it. And it's mostly free. I think most of the everything that you have to pay for is cosmetics. But like as someone that, I mean, if I have a kid, I don't have to spend thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars on games, and I don't have to go spend like half my wallet on a Nintendo Switch 5, right? A $3,000 console in the future, you know. You don't have to do none of that. So it's a really good deal, especially if you're a parent. You can go and you can like, as someone like me, I'll go through. You can, believe you can favorite some favorite games. Like, okay, you can play this and this and this. Here's your list. Here you go, son. Are you winning? And they can proudly say, yes, dad, I'm winning. And it's a great time. However, as someone who has worked in the past in retail, especially electronics department, someone who currently works in education and interacts with families, both jobs I've spent years interacting with families. This is how life is for adults and their children. All right, little Timmy, get your phone out. That's it. And what's worse is that back in the day, my parents will always watch me like a freaking hawk. Parents nowadays don't give a shit. Go on. Oh, I've got the little ad blocker, or it's YouTube Kids. You'll never have anything wrong on that. Like, here you go. Oh, it's a kid game? Okay, here you go. They don't do investigation. They don't actually, monitor their child. They're just, here you go. So why is that a problem? We're getting some epic music. Let's change that. There you go. Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Why does that matter? Well, because when you don't watch your children and you allow them on the internet, and more kids are online than they've ever been before. Like, kids aren't reading books. They're reading their phones, or they're playing on the dad's iPad or, console, whatever. And they're playing the PC, gaming laptop, whatever the option is to get access to Roblox for most kids. Hell, I've seen kids on Chromebooks play Minecraft. They're really good at finding ways to play, even in school, play these games. Why is this such a big deal? Because when you don't watch your kid and they have there's more children online, you have pedophiles who are becoming more of a problem. That's right. We're talking about it. There's been a whole big thing, and as someone who works with children, I don't know about you, but when I think of pedophiles, I think graveyards. And now you're asking yourself, huh? Why? Because that's where I think all pedophiles belong. In the graveyard. Now, I know that, you know what? I take that back, because that's very insulting. It's very insulting to insinuate that they need to be dead in a graveyard. No. You need to throw them out in the middle of the ocean and let the wildlife consume them so they're far, far away from children. Because I don't even think the dead corpses of children should be anywhere near a pedophile. Because I have like the sneaky suspicion the ghost of these nasty bastards are going to come out and molest the ghosts and spirits of the poor children. Anyways, as you can tell, I'm very strongly against that. Why are we talking about this? Because Roblox is just a cesspool for pedophiles. And they're trying their best to push away against it. I love companies that try to punish people who are trying to improve a game. And this is a perfect example of a billion-dollar company that doesn't give a shit about like its players. All it cares is about money. And the moment that you start calling it out, it pushes back. So we're gonna pause. We'll get to that. That's good music for later. Here we have a clip of someone who is known for investigating and finding these predators. In fact, I think it's called Schlepp. Is its name Schlepp or Creek? I don't know who they are specifically, but there's these groups that have actually did research, actually confronted pedophiles, and then taken all this information and given it directly to the police after they reported directly to Roblox themselves. The police themselves, there were 6 arrests so far that I've heard from some of these YouTubers. 6 people were arrested. And yet, apparently, while these people are waiting to go to their court case, they're still playing Roblox. So let's watch a clip. But apparently, it's very easy to find these game modes where pedophiles are lurking. So let's listen. I don't know how the sound is, so it for some reason Twitter is very low, so I'll shut it.
Just made a fresh account, brand new Roblox account. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna join Meep City, and I just want to see how long it takes until I see something inappropriate in the game. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and join on in. This is a fresh account. All right, never played on it before, and yep, there's a penis. So that's
By the way, you think that I'm going to tell you right now. As someone who's played this, yes, I played Roblox. It was a really fun time. It was right back around the time that I think BattleBit Remastered was popping off because there was no first-person shooter. So I was playing like Halo and Call of Duty. Even tried single-player horror games. Even played SCP, like I said. This was back when I was recording like videos for all ages, even kids, like before I really jumped into like Destiny and reacts and my brutally honest takes. But that's bad, dude. Yeah, like there's no filters, there's no protection. Like if you play a game like that where you can customize like that, listen, that's funny. As an adult, that's fucking funny. However, that's only funny if it's like a custom Minecraft server or something where you have to have some kind of age verification or somewhere where, it's rated mature. Like it's the parents' fault for not like, oh, why'd you buy that? You bought them Grand Theft Auto. Of course they're able to have sex with a prostitute. Like it says it on the box. It tells you there's gambling, drugs, sex. Like you're stupid. But this is actually not even like rated. Like what is the rating on Roblox rating? It is recommended for ages 13 and up. So 13-year-olds. I'll be honest, if you're like 13, 15-year-old, honestly, itself doesn't have a single age rating as it's a platform hosting billions of users. So it's not even rated. So that's a huge problem on its own. It's not even age related. By the way, we'll talk why this is overall a problem, because as you can see, it's going to start having governmental influence, and that's going to impact the wider game community. And anytime the government gets involved with games, like it can be a good thing and also can be a bad thing, but we'll see how it goes.
That's about let's see here.
So this has no age rating, so there's not like this is mature. Like if you're a parent and you don't know, like obviously there's people like me who are going to like deep dive and I'm going to analyze every fucking thing. I'm making sure my kid's safe. But there's people that aren't as tech savvy or aren't gamers, so they just look at the box or look at the website. It looks like a kid's game. Nothing here looks like There's nothing here. Maybe prison pump. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll just check that out, a little sus. But like everything else, like, ooh, nothing. Everything else looks very, it's okay. Maybe even this is a little sus. Outside of that, nothing. Okay, that also looks sus. Okay, so if there's some red flags. If I'm a respectable adult, I'm noticing some red flags here that maybe this isn't just a kid's game. Or if it is, I don't know. But you could argue Fortnite. Fortnite kids play Fortnite too, and they have guns. I don't know. But I feel like there's some red flags.
About 10 seconds. So just to give an example of how bad this problem is on Roblox here, it's like that was a random server. I don't have any friends added. There's no one, this isn't a trick or anything. I just joined a random server. And I could join another one. I'll probably see something else inappropriate. That's how bad the issue is here. Okay, so
in fact, it is so bad, especially with people coming out and people are going out and they're trying to catch these predators that is becoming, in fact, these videos are blowing up so much so that Roblox has responded. For transparency, we are sharing more information about our decision to remove Vigilantism from Roblox. That's right. And so we have the note here saying Roblox moderation system has a known history of being ineffective, hence the existence of vigilante groups. Most, if not all, of their claims can be easily debunked by watching a simple YouTube video and doing short research, which is kind of what I did. I barely didn't know anything. I did some short research. I'm like, damn, this is bad. We'll look at this in a minute. I'm going to see if they have any prior tweets. They may have removed it because there was a tweet saying that vigilantes would be banned. I don't know if it was a meme, but they're actually saying it here. So let's look at what they have to say about this. We are sharing some information about why it's necessary to remove vigilantes from Roblox and the ways in which we review and act on reports of abuse on Roblox. While seemingly well-intentioned, the vigilantes we've banned have taken actions that are both unacceptable and create an unsafe environment for users. Even though you have pedophiles in your game. They're the problem, but the pedophiles aren't. The pedophiles aren't the problem. Or it's the fact that it's creating an unsafe environment in your office because now you're being put in the spotlight, and now you're like, oh shit, we've got to actually moderate this. And listen, there's probably millions of people that play this game, and it's probably gonna cost them a lot of money, to moderate this. But bitch, just because you're successful doesn't mean you get a free pass. Like, oh, I'm suffering from success. Damn, I didn't know we're gonna make millions off this game. Well, use some of that money to moderate your fucking game. And apparently when people report suspicious activity, Roblox doesn't do shit, especially people that have been arrested. We're not talking about, oh, so-and-so is allegedly. No, people have actually been arrested, caught in the act of pedophilia. And these people are allowed to thrive and exist. While seemingly well, yeah, whatever. What's intentional is holding you responsible. Similar to actual predators, it is insane that they fucking call people who are hunting predators themselves are predators. Yes, they are predators. They're hunting down the shitty pedophiles that deserve to be buried in the ocean. A cement block. Hell, what we need to do is tell all these pedophiles, load up into the submarine. It has a bunch of children in it. We're going to go take these children on a tour of the Titanic. Whoops! Looks like the submarine blew up. Wow! That's horrible. R.I.P. You won't be missed, bitch. Like, that's how I feel about this. They often impersonate minors, actively approach other users, then try to lead them to other platforms to have sexually explicit conversation, which is against our terms of use. You mean adults? You mean they're reaching out to adults who are already being sexually explicit in the first place. It's not like these people are just out there like, hey, see my kid titties. Oh, that's so gross. Fuck. It's not like they're going and saying that nasty shit. Like, it's very obvious these people are out there hunting these creepy, nasty bastards that, God, the only good pedophile is a dead one. I'm sorry. It is insane that they are equating people who are out there trying to protect children as fucking predators. And you're right. They are the predators. They're out there catching the prey, which is the nasty, nasty pedophiles. You are right. They're out there like Arnold versus, well, no, that's giving too much credit. It's like the Predator from Arnold, except instead of Arnold, it's, I don't know, a piece of shit. The Predator is trying to hunt down a piece of shit and blow it up to kingdom come. That's what these people are. When I think predators, they're not the sexual predators. They're hunting the pieces of shit. Accurate. Timely reporting our community is important, which there's actual physical documentation that these people who are hunting these predators that have reported to the police and got these people arrested, or some people arrested, have actually done this. So they're not, their report system is shit. Man, it's like they took lessons from Bungie. Reporting through inappropriate channels, including our custom designed reporting tools, immediately and with as much specific information as possible. I don't know, someone being arrested for pedophilia, kind of pretty specific. These reporting tools are designed to capture key metadata and details that cannot be captured from an email or screenshot and enable faster, more effective reviews, more thorough reporting to law enforcement when warranted, even though it's already been reported to the law. So if they're, and here's the thing, they already been reported to the law. Our decision to remove vigilantes from the Roblox. What is a vigilante? What is the definition? A member of a self-appointed group of citizens who undertake law enforcement in their community without legal authority, typically because legal agencies are thought to be inadequate. These aren't even vigilantes. By the definition of what a vigilante is, legal authority, taking law enforcement, they're not. They can't go out there and arrest these people. They are literally handing off to the law enforcement. Therefore, these aren't even vigilantes. A $1 billion company doesn't even know the basic definition of a fucking word. As we outlined recently, has raised questions and sparked debate. For transparency, we're sharing more information about the actions we took, why they were necessary, and in ways in which we investigate and act on reports of abuse on Roblox. We realize that no platform is perfect, but we prioritize trust and safety because it's core to what we do as a company. This is an area where we invest heavily and are always innovating. Helping keep our users safe and is a critical part of our vision, and connecting billions of people with optimism, civility, and is a strategic imperative for our creator community. What they're saying here is we want to make sure that we don't lose money. And you're making us look bad. Our aim is to provide a development platform that allows creators to focus on the craft while we manage the complexities of moderation, building user reports, and investigating bad actors. Every day on Roblox, an average of, 111.8 million daily active users, send 6.1 billion chat messages, and engage in 1.1 million hours of voice chat across 28 different languages. At the same time, okay, this literally just tells me we're too successful. You guys, we're a $1 billion company. You really expect us to moderate this? Yes. Yes. You are providing a service. There's monetary gain involved. You are responsible. It doesn't matter that parents suck ass at doing their job. You're fucking responsible to make sure. At the same time, creators upload millions of assets and add thousands of items to our avatar marketplace. While the vast majority, all of this is just bullshit. Why we remove vigilantes? We have been monitoring vigilante activity on Roblox for some time. These groups began by reporting safety concerns, commenting on news about Roblox, and challenging us to do better. We appreciated this feedback and used these reports to improve our safety systems. More recently, vigilante activity involved. Instead of just reporting on safety issues, vigilantes started impersonating children and actively sought to connect with adult users. Those conversations mimicked inappropriate behavior and actively encouraged other users to connect on social media and messaging platforms, thus bypassing Roblox's own safety systems. This is already happening with pedophiles anyways. You think, how about the pedophiles that are already doing that? These were not one-off situations. We saw behavior accelerating across many accounts. This activity created an unsafe environment and normalized behavior that is both unacceptable on Roblox and is against our terms of use. Our policy prohibits direct other users off Roblox to another platform through chat and having simulated sexual explicit conversations. These are serious policy violations that risk removal from platforms. Okay, so if you're removing vigilantes, how is it that they're managing to interact with pedophiles still? How is it that your system's not catching, they're catching the vigilantes, but not the pedophiles? The importance, help remove back actors, yada, yada, yada. Okay. As you can see, a lot of hot fucking air. Why does this all matter? Well, because Roblox is now legally getting fucked. That's right. The government in America is finally stepping up. They are finally getting their ass sued. It is finally happening. So let's listen to this. Let's listen to this. Today, I'm calling on Roblox to do more to protect children online.
There is a growing issue in our country with Roblox, an online gaming platform, and the abuse of children. Roblox is simply not doing enough to protect our kids, to inform parents, and to go after child predators. As you know, I have been leading the fight for the full release of the Epstein files. I believe in transparency, and I believe in protecting our children. Today, I'm calling on people to sign a petition. Let's get to 1 million signatures by Friday to push Roblox to do more to protect our children and to prosecute predators. We need to keep our kids safe online.
So that's not just the only one. So, Representative Ro Khan, I don't know who this is. Kahana? I'm so sorry. But like, yeah, absolutely. But not just him. Now we have Attorney General Liz Merrill. Breaking. Today, I'm suing Roblox, the #1 gaming site for children and teens and a breeding ground for sexual predators. Due to Roblox's lack of safety protocols, it endangers the safety of children of Louisiana. It is crazy that it's Louisiana that is suing. And I would think you think California would give a shit, but I guess Louisiana cares about the kids more. Roblox is overrun with harmful content and child predators because it prioritizes user growth, revenue, and profits over child safety. Every parent should be aware of the clear and present danger posed to their children by Roblox so they can prevent the unthinkable from ever happening to their own home. Let's click on this more. Interesting. Roblox created and perpetuated an online environment where child sex predators thrive, united, hunt, and victimize our children. Oh, wow. Sid Gautrix mentioned this case involving Roblox during our news conference. According to arrest records, Randall coerced the victim to send inappropriate photos of herself on Discord, an online communication platform. After learning her age, he allegedly began communicating with her on Roblox, an online gaming platform, before transitioning to Discord. Damn, this lady is going after. There's another experience that children can be exposed to. Bathroom simulator. Here are some other experiences that children have exposed to. 600 Diddy games. We sent so many kids to detention for saying, I'm going to Diddy her. It is crazy that parents don't even fucking realize what their kids say. Like, as an adult, we can make these jokes because we're adults, but these are children who don't know better, but they're mimicking shit that they don't understand. That's already inappropriate. Like going around saying, I'm going to Diddy her is essentially saying I'm going to sexually assault a woman or a man, right? Damn. 44% are 17-year age or older. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, a lot of Roblox has some good offerings. Like, there's some fun shit on it. For a free game, yeah, damn, she's going for the throat. She's going for the throat on Roblox. Damn. No Fs are given, dude. Screw arresting the actual pedos and people covering up said pedos. Let's sue Roblox instead. No, you should definitely sue Roblox, who's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Go arrest the pedophiles in the White House. Isn't it the parents' job to watch their kids play their games? Yes, you are right. And I think that is an important statement. Parents are responsible for their children. However, it is the website's responsibility to make sure that predators aren't on the website. These are both true statements. Just because the parents failed to do their job as a parent does not mean, oh, it's okay to let Roblox not give a shit and let predators be on the website. Like, that's like saying, hey, it's okay to give a mass murderer a gun. Let's go ahead and give him a couple of machine guns. You know what? That's on the parents' responsibility to make sure this mass murderer doesn't get access to a gun. No, fuck that. The government's gonna lock his ass up and make sure he never gets his hands on a gun again. That's how it should be. You should cut off access. You should limit access to all these disgusting, filthy individuals. Lock those asses up. 100. Lock them up, baby. Lock them up. But yes, parents need to be more parents. Anyways, I just thought it was very interesting that there was so much drama coming in from Roblox. That is funny that literally they're... and I'm just interested to see what people have to say about this. I hope Internet ID destroys Roblox since it's almost all minors, which won't be allowed, and bad actors won't play without anonymity. I think this is probably one of the best case scenarios of why ID is a good thing. I have no problem. And let's be honest. And people, I know that's going to cause a lot of people to come out and be like, I don't want people to have my information, bitch. Your information, the moment you signed in online, your information's all over the place. I've been paying for like incognito or whatever, the Incognia, and I paid like $75 for a whole year or whatever. And they've sent down like thousands of like requests to remove your information that people are trying to sell and pass around. Like, it is just crazy how many hits you get and how much your information spreads. Hell, I literally had an officers. You'd be surprised how much information they put in your name. They can find things that you didn't realize that they can find. Like things that I forgot that I had signed up for, or like websites. Like, hell, they could probably find my old MySpace if it even exists anymore. Like, who the hell does MySpace? But they can literally find things that you thought they could never find or you wouldn't find. Like, so much information. They can deep scan. So you act like, oh, if I put my ID, they're going to finally... People don't understand how the internet works. They don't understand how ISPs work. They don't understand none of that shit. That if someone wants to go to court to find and get your information, they're going to get your information. You're fucked. That you cannot... You have to be so giga Chad brained to know how to remove yourself, your digital footprint from online. Most people don't. So most people who are upset about digital ID have no fucking idea what they're talking about. The government, like, oh no, like I know, especially out in America, like in certain states, you have to have ID to watch porn sites. Like, oh no, people are gonna know I watch porn, bitch. The government already knows. Like, you just because you use incognito mode on your Google browser, oh, they'll never know, bitch. They know you be fapping to two grannies and a horse. Like, they already know what you're doing. They see you. And if they want to know, they'll click on it and find out. It is crazy. So I do think that whether you like it or not, ID is going to become, internet ID is going to become a thing. And I do think it is good overall if you have a kid because this shit's going to keep these pedophiles from getting anywhere near your child. Hopefully. However, the negative of this is when you allow the government to have some power, though it be good, especially when we're talking about legislation that kind of balances out. We're talking about like stop killing games. Those are all good like instances of the government holding game companies accountable. However, when you allow some power, anything good can also be used for the bad. It is not illogical to think that a government could try to police who has access to a video game. And I'm not talking about like payment banks and stuff like that that are shutting, payment processing for like sex games. You give a government power and they'd be like, you know what? I don't like California says no more Grand Theft Auto. Too much sexiness, too much guns. Kid, even though it has rated M on it, they're like, no one can have access to it. We're gonna make a law that you can't have access to Call of Duty anymore, like bullshit like that. You think that that'll never happen? I'm telling you. You give the government and all these other, even billion-dollar companies, any kind of power. It can be used for good, but it can also be used for bad. And the ones that get fucked are us gamers. So while I'm excited and happy that we have the government in America that are trying to hold this bullshit accountable, just know there will be a wave, and it could be a negative way that could impact and hurt us in the future. I don't know what that is. All I know is the more you give something power, you got to hope that it's in the right hands. Because if you don't give it to Peter Parker, who uses it responsibly, you're going to get the Green Goblin. And we're all fucked. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Let me know what you think. I know, completely off random video, but it's a reaction. I've been seeing it a lot. And as someone who works with children, it's a big topic. Like, you can tell how passionate I am about kids and making sure they're safe, especially as someone who wants a child. I would do inhuman things if I found out anything happened to my child because of a pedophile. Like, I would probably spend 2 lifetimes in prison due to the amount of unimaginable things I would do to a pedophile if they ever touched my child. I'm just saying it right here. I would put the Saw movies to fucking shame, to some of the evilly brilliant shit I would find to apply to a pedophile. Just saying. Anyways, I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Hit the like button and comment down below and let you, especially if you have kids, how do you feel about this? And how are you keeping your child safe? I think that's a good shot because we do have some parents that do watch my channel. So for those out there that have kids, what do you think? I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, and I'll see you in the next one. Before we just quick shout out. Sorry, always give shout out to the members. Thank you for supporting the channel. You're awesome. I'm trying to be better at getting you guys shout outs, but here you go. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one.